Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of the Professor's Picks, alongside, of course, the professor himself, Mr. Ken Golden. What's happening, man?
Hey, good morning. I noticed I need a haircut.
I
So
saw a little bit of stuff going on the side.
yeah, a little. Yeah, I got to talk to the wife about that. We got to break out. We got to break out the razor.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Yeah.
it's Friday at that time of the week again, right? What do we got this week?
Well, last week we didn't have a lot. This week I got a lot.
Okay.
So of course, all right. I'm going to get the pre-orders out of the way, and it was funny because this popped up right after we recorded last week. I got one title. New solo album from Marius Duda, vocalist, bass player from Riverside. It's coming on CD and vinyl. It's called Afraid. And the way he spells it is AFR space AI space D. So I guess the AI means artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So that's one of three projects he has. He has Riverside, he has Lunatic Soul, and he has the solo stuff. So that's the only pre-order that
Inside Out, Ken?
no, actually, he does with Casco.
Okay.
That Lunatic Soul. Yeah, the only thing he does with Inside Out is Riverside.
Riverside, yeah.
I don't get involved in the inner workings of that. It's none of my business.
That's for him to decide, right? Yeah, exactly.
Let them duke it out. I'm gonna get Restocks out of the way. So just a couple of quickies. These went pretty quick, and people had asked about it. Jeff Beck, Blowing in Detroit. This one you have, right? So it's good.
Yeah, it's quite good, yeah.
Yeah. So that went quick. So we got more. Also, this one is weird. This La Ira del Bacano that I know you like very much. So that was one where I got shorted by the distributor, and then all of a sudden a mountain of them just showed up. So we're ready to go. You want it? I got plenty of them.
Heavy space rock, folks. Check it out. Psychedelic, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna get the CDs out of the way, and we'll do the vinyl afterwards. First thing, I'm again working with the alphabet here. This is a sort of a weird band. Not my area of expertise, but could be yours. Apostolica. It's called Anima Heretica. This is their second album. They're an Italian power metal band, and they kind of cloaked the whole thing in this sort of cryptic, obscure Christian cult. So there's sort of like one part Sabaton, one part Ghost, and it's let me see. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare. It's all kind of mysterious looking, and track called Rasputin. Okay, So anyway, that's not my thing, but next one. This is actually a reissue, and I didn't realize it was a reissue. It came out in 2017 by Anders Boas, The Witches of Finnmark.
Yep.
And it's all instrumental. He's a really good guitar player. I think he might have toured with Paul Di'Anno. Is that possible? He's got kind of like he's got more of like a metal feel, but this is like, it's kind of like a modern Mike Oldfield in a sense. He kind of plays a lot of
there's a little bits of folk. It's prog. It's a little avant-garde. It's a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got some really nice guitar work on it too. So that's apparently it came out in 2017, and I'm not smart enough to realize that they reissued it in a jewel case. I thought it was like a brand new thing, but he's good. We've been pretty successful selling his other releases. I think The Witches of Finnmark 3 and 2 we might have had, or may have. So next one. This is, I'm working the alphabet here. This is actually the big one for the week. The Chronicles of Father Robin.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Is it going to be the prog rock album of the year? Probably, but I guess there's still a little bit of time left. So it's the first of a 3-part release. The band already put it out on vinyl as a 3 LP set. I don't know if some weeks ago I had some sets that I sold. So the Charisma is putting it out as 3 separate CDs, and there'll be 3 vinyl editions. And the vinyl is delayed a little bit. Apparently they're having some printing issues. It's members of Wobbler, Tuskmark, Giorgio, and the Samuel Jackson 5. And it's what you think it is. It's symphonic prog, got some folk elements, very retro sounding, the analog keyboard thing. It's a lot of flute. It's really good. It's really good.
What's the delay or not delay? How much time in between all the CD releases? Because there's going to be 3 of them.
They haven't. I know they
haven't said it.
They haven't said. I would think that if they were smart, they would put the second one out like before the end of the year. But I don't know. They haven't relayed it to me, and I'm not sure the band knows. Well, at least when I was talking to the band back when I had the vinyl, they didn't really know. So this is my odds-on favorite for prog rock album of the year. So got that out of the way. Again, I'm sticking to the alphabet here. We've got this is a $7.50 deal. Distributor put it on sale. Pete, I think you're familiar with this album. It's by a guy named John Coltrane. It's called A Love Supreme. One
old classic.
Considered one of the greatest jazz albums of all time, and one of the best-selling jazz albums of all time. So if you want to dip your toes in the John Coltrane water, you couldn't do any better than A Love Supreme. It's pretty intense, spiritual jazz. And like I said, the distributor put it on sale. We've got some copies, only $7.50. Nice addition. So there's that. These guys are from Norway. Yeah, from Norwegia. I just invented a country.
Yeah.
Course of Fate, Somnium, very good Norwegian prog metal band, sort of along the lines of like a Circus Maximus, that kind of thing. Melodic, good stuff. Next thing, selling a lot of these. We got 3 different versions. Steve Hackett, Foxtrot at 50 plus Hackett highlights. There's a 2 CD Blu-ray version. There's a 2 CD DVD version. And then I might as well just hold it up now. We got the very sexy 4 LP thick set. So you're predisposed to vinyl, like I am. You're going to want that. Next thing we got is knock this stuff over. New one from Molly Baron. Molly Baron are a French-Irish, sort of like more of like an alternative metal band, but there's some progressive elements to what they do. And they seem to be, yeah. I noticed you've played your copy like I've played mine.
I haven't cracked it. It just came a couple of days ago. I haven't cracked it. Yeah. I got the Hackett's here too. I haven't listened to that either.
Yeah. I was kidding with you last week. I said, what time is it? Time for a new Steve Hackett. It's selling like mad. There's something about this set. I saw this set when at the Scottish Rites, and it was fantastic. But they all sell pretty well. There's something about this one. People are going nuts for it.
It's Foxtrot, man.
But what's cool is like they do timetable. I don't think Genesis ever did timetable. So and there's stuff on here that they rarely did. They stopped doing Can Utility and the Coastliners, stopped doing Get 'Em Out by Friday. So you want to hear Steve Hackett playing on that stuff, this is the way to do it. And he's not undermixed. So it's just like like on the Genesis albums. All right, the next one, we're more symphonic prog. Raphael Pacha and Kimo Porsti. It's called Sea of Mirrors. Kimo Porsti, he's one of the main guys behind the Samurai of Prague, and they keep cranking out these symphonic prog albums. Very, very nice stuff, melodic stuff. A number of musicians. Raphael Pacha is a very good Spanish guitar player. So I believe he plays keyboards. And let's see who's calling. Get rid of them. Oh, one of a big SOT fan. Mark, we're recording this week's episode, so we're going to call you back. It's okay. Goodbye. That was Mark Bogardi. Mark will be watching this later.
There you go.
And he's a follower.
Now he's like, now I know when they record. No, you don't, because we did it on a different
time. That's right. But yeah, Mark's a good dude, and him and his buddy Sal, good long-time customers. They're from originally from the Baltimore area, and you see them at Orion all the time, and they're good dudes, and they're really, really into prog. And So yeah, Mark was probably just calling, tell me how much he loved everything he got from me.
Well, that's always nice. A happy
Or to
customer.
say, no, that sucked. I don't know. But, okay, this is a great one. Double album, AnthonyFerraro's favorite, Renaissance. This is live at the Capitol Theater, Passaic, New Jersey, June 18th, 1978. Double CD. Memory serves, originally broadcast by WNEW-FM. And this was so I believe this is a Song for All Seasons tour. I think
Sounds about right.
This is after Novella. Double CD, full show, legit, no boot there. Next thing we got solo album from Ronnie Romero. He's kind of the jack of all trades. It's called Too Many Lies, Too Many Masters. Great singer. Last I know, he was in Rainbow, right? And if that even exists.
He was in Rainbow, he was in Vandenberg, not anymore, and he's got the new band with Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest. So Weapons.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah,
very good singer. Yeah. Does Rainbow even exist anymore at this point?
Nah, I think it's done.
Yeah. Okay, we got 3 reissues from Seventh Wonder. We got Waiting in the Winds, Mercy Falls, and The Great Escape.
All killer.
Yeah, for some reason I don't have the first one. It got reissued, but it doesn't seem to be in distribution here for some reason. Oh. Okay, next thing is we have actually 4 versions of the new album from Tesseract. The British, what would you call them? I mean, to me, they're kind of like a tech metal band, but there's a lot of that, gent guitar. Yeah. Daniel Tompkins, right? Vocalist, great singer. Yep. So there's the CD version. There's a high-res Blu-ray version. I have might as well get this out of the way. I got the vinyl version, and there is a deluxe 3-disc hardbound thing showing up today. So that'll be delivered this afternoon.
What label are they on now, Ken?
They're on K-Scope.
Okay.
They kind of ping pong between Century Media and K-Scope. I don't quite get that. So, but they're good. What they do, they're good. And I kind of remember when they first started, they were putting out demos, and people were just going insane for them.
There's a lot of buzz about them when they first came.
Right, and it was like. I just knew these guys wouldn't get signed to one of the bigger labels. I didn't even attempt, because I knew it was going to be like Nuclear Blast or Century Media, I believe. Really started with them. All right, let's get onto the vinyl. So this is our release. I've been pitching this one for a while. At Pandora Ensemble limited edition, we made 500 copies. We went back to the original master tapes, and there's basically an album's worth of unreleased material. And some people feel that the unreleased material is better than the original album. So you like King Crimson, it's kind of like along the lines of King Crimson, gets a little bit more experimental, a little bit. They really did a lot of improv. So there's a lot of improvisation stuff on here. So
good album.
I like it.
Good album. Yeah, I like it too.
Next one. Finally, a vinyl edition. I brought in the black vinyl 2LP Mystery Redemption. Beautiful cover.
Yeah, artwork's great. Solid record. I like it.
Yeah. So good band. Yeah. And they're playing at Prague Stock, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
So next one. This one is a little odd, but in a good way. You might be interested when the CD comes in, which is imminent. A reissue by BBE of Katsuya Nakamura, Locus. Tatsuya Nakamura is a great Japanese jazz drummer. This came out in the 80s. I don't remember exactly. 84, recorded 84. Really great recordings. He's made some pretty wild albums. This I would call electric jazz rock. It's got even like a touch of funk to it. Jun Fukumachi, the great Japanese fusion keyboard player, is on this, is electric guitar. So it's a plugged-in set, and it's quite nice. And the thing that's cool about it, I should point out, because I've had some success with this J-Jazz series. There's a tremendous Japanese jazz scene that got overlooked for decades, and people are discovering it now. And well, like the Three Blind Mice records, Three Blind Mice label, a lot for years, people just kind of discounted it, and they're discovering it now, and the prices are like going insane. So BBE is a British label. They're actually kind of like more like their orientation is towards DJs, hip hop, stuff like that. But they have this J-Jazz, Japanese jazz, J-Jazz series that's curated by two guys, Mike Pedden and Tony Higgins. And they dig out really great Japanese jazz and jazz rock. And they're basically curating the program. They go back to the original tapes, and it's just beautiful, beautiful reissues. So this is the latest one. We've had other titles that they've done, but if you see it, it's on BBE. It's going to be quite nice. And the last vinyl that I have for the week is an authorized reissue of probably the rarest French prog album, Scrivenia. This was kind of do you remember this one?
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, Musea put it out. It was from, I think, 1978 it was recorded. I think at the time they only pressed like 300 copies or so, and originals go for a fortune. Kind of a low budget, from my understanding. They were like basically they were like in high school when they recorded this, and it sort of sounds like a low budget symphonic prog albums, kind of a little darkness, like Pulsar, that kind of French dark sound. But there's also a lot of symphonic elements, a lot of Yes, a lot of Genesis in here. And they went back to the original master tapes, and this is a numbered edition of 300. So it's kind of cool. And yeah, that's I think that's a lot of stuff for the week.
Yeah, that's a great
stop recording. Yeah, I'm sure we stop recording. There'll be even more. I don't know if you can see over my shoulder. Can people see that? The new Bruce Sword album. We've got the vinyl is here for next week, waiting for the CD to get delivered. And I think maybe if there was a deluxe edition that may be showing up. I have a shipment showing up from Snapper today with all the Case Cup stuff. So yeah, that's what's happening for the week.
Cool. So as always, everybody will have down in the comments below, I'll have it pinned right at the top. You'll get not only the link to lasercd.com, but you'll get this full list, so you can just kind of copy and paste onto Ken's site, or wherever it is you might be looking for some of this stuff. If you're in a different country or whatever, totally understand. But Ken's got everything ready to go for you. So as always, what do you usually say, Ken?
Buy a lot, buy often.
There you go.
And I promise next week I'll have a haircut. So
okay.
You won't recognize me.
Be all nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth and shiny, right?
That's right. That's right.
So till then, I do want to give a little plug. Tuesday is in the Prague seat, and we're doing an album study on songs of Scheherazade, right? Scheherazade and Other Stories. I keep wanting to say the title.
I do it too, yeah.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Anyway, Annie Haslam herself will be on the show with us, helping out with the album study on Scheherazade and Other Stories. Yes, I can.
And she didn't walk off. So I think she had a good time.
I think she had a very good time, and she added a lot to the conversation. So it
was good.
So you'll hear us talk about the album, the classic album from Renaissance, and you'll hear lots of cool anecdotes and behind the scenes factoids from Annie herself from that time period in the history of Renaissance. So it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it, and so did she. So make sure you tune in Tuesday night here on Sea of Tranquility for In the Prague Seat. Till then, visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do look down below in the comments section for all the information about what's talked about on this episode, as well as the link to lasercd.com. Till next time, same bat channel, same bat time, same bat channel. I can't speak today. It's Friday.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, here the Professor's Picks here on Sea of Tranquility next Friday. Till then, for Ken Golden, I'm Pete Pardo. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Don't forget, we've got Ranking the Albums coming up on Sunday. Craig Kaminsky and I will be ranking the catalog of doom metal veterans, the Obsessed. So all that more coming up. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Take care.